Hey Raz, how's it going? Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. It's never good timing for that stuff. Yeah, I would say doing some statues and stuff to keep busy will help out. Yeah, that's it's never easy, but I'm pretty sure she wouldn't want you to mope around. You know, keep busy, keep your head up, remember the good times. Sorry, I'm never really good with this stuff either. Whenever someone passed away, I always kind of just, you know, dive into some statues, you know, go out with family, grab a drink or two, stuff like that back in the day. Hey Chris, hey Butterfly. Hey 234, how's it going? No, these are just some anime kits. I mean, they could have been original 3D prints and then copies were made. I just didn't have a chance to prep any of the Harley Quinn or Psylocke for tonight. So I figured at least I'll do some paint work. Oh, you got yourself that Captain Marvel? That's good. Let's get it at a good deal. Nice, not bad. As long as you're happy with it, that's all that counts. So do you have a big collection, or are you just slowly growing it? It's just something you added to it? Oh, okay, so you're building up a nice little collection. That's good. Hey, what's up, Rukin? Came up with a better idea for supporting her, but oh well. Once I get her done, she'll go right into the base with the liquid. What was it? I had her in... That's the way to do it. That's what I tell everybody these days. Go with your grails. Whether you got to make it yourself or something. It's better than buying a bunch of stuff that you really are not in love with when you can get that one of a kind. A lot of sculptors out there that can help you with that stuff and then print it. clean my airbrush for tomorrow. Hey Wells, thanks for stopping in. Hopefully the surgery wasn't too bad, whatever it was. I don't want to pry, but hopefully you're doing better. Best of rest. Heal up. Alright, so I had the color on this good before, but now that I did that, it seems to have gone a little crazy. Let's see if we can... I think my... Let's see here. No, that's a little too... The name of the kit that's sitting down is Trick or Treat. I forget who, I'm not really sure who produced it. Bear with me 1 second. It's not looking right. I haven't touched this camera in a while, the one that's on the airbrush booth, and for some odd reason it's not lining up where I wanted it to. Is that what it's called? I just know from Trick or Treat from the kit site. See, how is that color? Is that a little bit better? Seems like it's still it seems like the... Let's try, let's see what this is. No. Let's try fluorescent light. Let's see what this looks like. Alright, let's keep this setting for a bit. It looks good on the camera, but on the OBS it's weird. It's actually starting to bother me. Weight balance. Automatic. Turns it blue. Daylight. Let's see what daylight does. Sorry guys, just bear with me 1 second. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. So we'll try this for a bit. Alright. So yeah, I figure this airbrush needs to be cleaned by tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm gonna, probably after lunchtime, maybe around like 2 again, I'm gonna stream on Rumble. And I'm gonna start painting up the Donna Troy. Give me a chance in the morning to clean out my airbrushes. Figure I can spend a little time getting her done. Hey, Hulk Smash, how's it going? I'm hanging in there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try for around 2 o'clock. I'm gonna paint up the skin tone on Donna Troy on Rumble, and then get the face done and everything. Maybe prep up the outfit. I just kind of want to try to get it done. Get some other items done as well. But I tested Rumble the other day and it actually wasn't that bad. Pretty decent, you know, site. I just have to do some. I just gotta get used to it a little bit more, but. Alright, so we got her base coat on, and I did pretty much clean her up as best possible. I think I'm gonna... I was thinking of giving her, stockings, you know, or like, you know, leggings on her. Gladiator Hulk, if I ever come across one, I highly doubt it, but never know with people sending me stuff or asking for repairs. Alright, so we got, keep our maroon tint. Maroon tint. We got our base color. We have some semi-transparency. What else we got here? We got some bright flesh. Just grab some pale flesh. I gotta call Jesse from Garage Kit, see if he's got any paints in. If not, I think I won't be able to get as much as I used to. So I'm not gonna. Well, in the picture she's really pale, so I might tone her down after I paint her up. We have some transparency virgin flesh, so I think I'll gonna give her a little bit of a pale coating at the end. Make her a little pale, but still kind of work the colors in. I'm gonna paint her up in Harley Quinn colors. I'm gonna do like red and black outfits. So I'm not going to follow exactly like the artwork. I'm going to have a little more fun with this. I took off the horns on the head and all that too. I'm not going to have the horns or tail. And then the chair. Since we got the chair situated, I had a little eaves to kind of clean up the bottom there. So this is like really solid now. So I'm thinking maybe doing like a brown chair with black metal maybe at the bottom. Like a leather, like a brownish leather chair, something a little different. So what we'll do is we'll work on her first, and then we'll come back to this swimsuit afterwards. All right. I'm not really a fan of painting pieces like this. I'd rather have the whole item together. But it should work out fine. I just like everything being together. Because this arm is upwards, not downwards. So if you paint it a certain way and then you turn it, it won't look right. Alright, so we're going to take her some water. A little bit of a base color, a couple drops, and then I'm going to put a couple drops of mahogany in here, and a little bit of burnt umber. That was probably too much, but we'll work with it. Nah, I don't want to do a full Harley conversion. I actually like the way the kit is, but I just want to have a little fun with it, just to change up the colors. Hey Vigilante, how's it going? Hanging in there. Just doing some painting today. So I'm kind of painting a little heavy with the shades. I have a habit of doing that just to kind of throw color on the item. Like I said, I was thinking of doing stockings on her legs anyway. So they may like be like a brownish. Well, I paint a lot of parts, but most of the time the stuff I do is already put together. Like I said, I like to keep my items together more than apart. See, like her arm is downwards, so if you paint it this way and you put it there, it doesn't line up. Because I like to put the shadows in areas. So like on this one I missed two little spots here, so plus I'm not used to painting such small items, so it's always good practice every once in a while to, you know, pop out a small item and practice a little bit. So right here there's a little spot sticking out. So there's a little thing here, I must have dropped this when it was wet primer. Hey, what's up, Iceman? How's it going? Alright, so this hand goes upwards. Yuichi? Yeah, I think I got these from that site. There's a couple various sites out there you can get kits. I forgot the name of the other one I've ordered from in the past. Thought I got all these little casting things. Missed a few. Leave my stuff here. Gangnam style? What, because I'm doing anime kits? Hey Scott. Yeah, I got a few anime kits that I've been saving for this year, so every once in a while I'll pop them out and work on them. Or customize them. The goal is, my New Year's resolution I think is to get finished what I have in the house done this year. No more buying stuff because that's a cool new project. I think I just got to focus this year on getting what I have in stock out the door. There's no sense of stocking in stuff and just never getting to it. Alright, so I'm going to mix some bright flesh transparency with some pale flesh. I should have my... So I like to do heavy shading. I gotta hit this again with some regular. So this is just kind of all over the place at the moment, layering. Yeah, I overstocked stuff because I was finding good deals on things, and I was finding stuff that would be good for the streams and side projects, and before I knew it, I was just like, wait a second, I got way too many items. So instead of buying more, which are going to be some good deals this year because of the economy. So if you guys are in the statues and you're going to look for like some cheaper stuff, this will probably be the year. Alright, so this is a little bit more palish color. So I just gonna tone this down a bit. Turn on the booth. Don't need to go too crazy. I mean, I gotta go in with some pastels and stuff, but I should, what I should do is hit it with the other color. Alright, we're gonna go back to my original color because of the 2 spots I had to sand down. It's kind of hit those spots. Where's the other one? And this was a little oversprayed. Oh yeah, the Jessica Rabbit, yeah, she's soared in price just for the regular without a custom work. I mean, I remember when she came out, I think she was only $150. And when I started customizing her, she was cheap, and there was a lot of broken ones too, because she would always break at the waist on people. And then out of nowhere, I guess the Jessica Rabbit fan base discovered her. And then all the fans started to gobbling her up, and you couldn't find her anymore. So it was pretty tricky to kind of come across her. Scott, which airbrush? This one? The, what is this? The Iwata HPCH? This is my go-to one. Yeah, this is my go. I have another one that's a backup. This is the older one. I gotta buy another one and get rid of this one. It's just too old. Everything's warped in here and stuff. Well, not, I mean, worn away. Yeah, I don't know why they never did the Roger Rabbit figure to go with her, but then again, Jessica Rabbit now is no longer allowed to be sexy anymore, so you're never gonna see another sexy piece like that from Sideshow. I think they deemed that she cannot be drawn that way anymore, even though that's her character, so I don't know. That's why we don't see any Jessica Rabbit stuff anymore. I don't understand their rules. Alright, so we have that transparency version flesh. I'm going to try to give her a little bit more of a Harley skin tone, I guess. Grab something to drink real quick. Yeah, they're losing money hand over fist, but they don't care, so it's alright. With 3D printing and all this other stuff, you can make your own stuff now. There's no need to wait for the company to do it. Alright, so I just don't like this one spot over here. Fix that in a second. Alright, let's see. So where's my can? Alright, so what I like to do at this point is sort of melt it and kind of see how the paint sort of dries up with this. Although these fumes are crazy. You also got to be careful not to touch the item when it's wet. It will pull up your paint, so be very careful with doing stuff like this. Sure that's there, and get this leg. Alright, let that dry up and get those fumes out of here. Hey JC, how's it going? Yeah, custom market's doing well. There's a lot of Patreon groups now doing sculpts. You know, you get to pay a monthly fee and get your sculpts. There's a lot of artists out there as well that are popping up, taking on commissions. More and more people are buying 3D printers now. I got a couple friends that are looking into it. It's growing fast. Like I said, in another 3 years, 5 years, I don't know how companies are going to be doing anymore. I mean, there's always going to be people that are going to want to just go into a store and buy a character for their shelf, but I think a lot of the hardcore collectors are going to want to start finishing up teams, you know? They're going to want these characters that are never going to get made, so you're going to see more and more of these obscure stuff probably. Oh, you got a snowstorm? It's weird. It's been, we had that crazy cold freeze, and then it's been like 50 degrees each day, but raining almost every day. Haven't really had a sunny day in a while. Yeah, I did a video on when I rebuilt this booth. I also did a video on if you want to paint up a big item in a garage, you could just mix up cardboard. When I think it's when I did that Hulk statue. It's in that video, I think. Yeah, I don't know what the companies are doing. Everything is has to be toned down. But they're not selling anything. Like the Punisher now doesn't use guns. He's a ninja. Jessica Rabbit's not allowed to look sexy anymore, but that's the way she was drawn. Power Girl's chest is toned down. I don't know. It just keeps going. It's like every week there's something new. So. Yeah, it's really simple. All it is a box with a vacuum or a blower sucking out the fumes. So all you really need to do is set up a box. You could set up a vent, and you could put a shop vac behind the vent. So this way, when it sucks in the fumes and the dust, it gets stuck in the vent and doesn't go into the shop vac. But if you have a shop vac with a bag, you can just drill a hole and have all the fumes going into the shop vac. But don't have the shop vac. The only problem is if you have the shop vac in the house next to you, it's not really getting the fumes outside to fresh air. It's still sucking the fumes into the shop vac, and the shop vac will stink. The goal is to have the fumes go outside. That's the goal. But if you're not spraying super heavy stuff like I am or other people, and you're doing smaller stuff, and you're only spraying a little bit, you're fine. You know, something small like this, it's okay. But if you're going to start using harsh chemicals, lacquers, enamels, that's a problem. At least for me it is. Other people, they don't bother, but me, I can't handle the lacquers too much. Okay, so now that I got the base coat, like I said, I think I'm going to give her stockings on the legs. They'll be shiny, silky ones. So we'll get to that a little bit. So right now, what I want to do is wrong one. Sort of start bringing out some of this stuff you can't get with an airbrush. Oh, this filter, it's just the stuff you get at Home Depot for vents. It's real simple stuff. Just go to Home Depot and get yourself a filter. And you can just like duct tape, you could stick it on there with masking tape and have the shop vac sucking behind a little circle into it. You don't have to get a huge filter like this. You know, it's really easy. Don't overthink it. You know, it's just stuff you go over to Home Depot and get. Alright, so my skin tone is definitely not as pale as that picture, but I don't want to go that virgin pale. Not really a fan of that too much. Alright, this little spot here has to get hit more. Alright, let's mix up some color here. So, some of the original color. Drop a umber, drop a mahogany, probably a little bit more of the original color. Trying to give it like a mix of those. There we go, should be it. So a little spot there. I didn't really get much of it. Just kind of going over it here and there, cleaning up some areas. The cure time, it depends on... I'm not spraying heavy. I did use the Tester's dull coat, so it's fairly... It's dry to the touch. Like if I run my finger on there, it's like fairly dry already. But I wouldn't say it's like cured, because you can still like scrape it off with your fingernail real easy. So I like to really seal it when I'm done with skins, but it's still fairly dry. Like, you know, I can run my finger around there, and it's not like soaking wet where it's coming off your finger. So a lot of the paints I'm using is Garage Kit colors. I mixed in some into this bottle here. You know, I have some model color, I have some Formula P3. The Tester's dull coat really helps, like, Tester's dull coat kind of gets in there and then helps it kind of cure. But I usually like to really seal my stuff and make it, like, good. And then it come back another day. Hey Raccoon, how's it going? So what I want to do is just give a little bit of highlights on the chest area. And then I want to go onto the face a bit. Just to make the chest pop a little bit more for fun. Alright, now I'm not that good this small, but I want to give her some eyeshadow. I want to do it purple. I want to give her purple, yeah, I want to go purple, because if she's going to be red and black, I figure purple will be kind of cool. So let me pop out my, where's my airbrush? This is the HPB, and I don't have a connector on it. Let's see if we can do this without screwing this up. Alright, so this is transparent lavender, which I think is going to, yeah, should work. So because the transparent lavender from Garage Kits is sort of it's sort of watery, I want to kind of heat up the item a bit. Very, very subtle, but if I do any heavier or harder, it's gonna like bleed on me. So kind of hit it again. Alright, so that's a good start there. Oh, you did real fishnets? Yeah, I was thinking of doing stockings. Sort of how I did it for the Tabulicious Vanessa kit. I was thinking of giving those to her on this one. Alright, so before, I don't want to bend my needle, so put this back on here. Put that back away. Alright, so I want to work on the head a little bit. So there is a little bit of bleeding, but it went onto the eyelid, which I don't care. So let me blow dry this up. So you got the actual fishnets on? You had like a pair of fishnets, and what did you do, like sew them on? That's a good idea if you did. That's gonna look sick as hell. So this is a lavender from Garage Kits. I really like this color. Out of the bottle, it's really good. So we're gonna do our eyelids like this. That's good. Do you post it anywhere or anything? I'd like to see it when it's done. Damn it, camera's in the way. Yeah, see, I love this color right out of the bottle. Yeah, send me some picture when you're done. I think the way you went about it is probably the better way anyway. Made her look like a nice punk girl would probably be cool as hell. Then again, you could do anyway with this one. So this is an off-white. It's like a maybe 20% gray, 30%. So I try to use this for eyes. Now I think this kit came with decals. I know I have them somewhere. I'll have to do it later. So I just did some paste colors for right now. What I want to do is see if I can make it pop a little bit more. Kind of blend it. Had a little bit of a mess up there with some of the white paint, but I was able to scrape it off, so that's good. These are just eyeliner pens, throwaway disposable ones you get off of eBay. You could pick or Amazon. You can get like a couple hundred for a few bucks. So I know you got to do black on there and you got to do the lips and everything, but at that point I want to seal it because I did some powder on here. So we're going to do some sealing. Alright, so pretty happy with where it's at right now. Yeah, so let's seal this up so I don't screw it all up. There's a couple ways of sealing it. You can use car paint. You can use flax varnishes. So we're gonna use Mecha varnish. I'm not gonna do the legs because I think I'm still gonna paint those. I just think my airbrush is a little clogged at the moment. Yeah, see when I press it down, it doesn't shut off right away. It's a little, gotta do some cleaning. So I'm gonna use just straight up matte varnish on it, right out of the bottle. Make sure it's shaken up pretty well. You don't have to go too crazy, but you want to make sure any pastels you did are going to seal. So I did some pastels on this one, so you don't want it to bleed either. You know, you don't want it to like be dripping down, but you want to get a nice coat on it at least. If you have to, use your blow dryer. It dries fairly fast, but before I do any masking on the legs, at least with the stomach area, I want to let it dry. So I'm going to put her aside, and then I'm going to pull out the swimsuit kit. Give it a little extra there. Sometimes it's better to let it dry natural. Sometimes it's okay to hit it with the blow dryer, depending on if you're in a rush. Alright, let me put this aside without screwing it up. Alright, so since this one's for me, I'm not going to do any of the virgin flesh. And this is going to be kind of a... see how well I can hit areas on this one. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing again. A little bit of water, base color, a little bit of mahogany. Problem is this stuff dries up fairly fast, so you don't want to squeeze it out and use the whole damn bottle. I think there's the cap a little loose. Mahogany's just got like a red tint to it. I'm trying something new too with the mahogany and burnt umber. Only because I don't have much left of that golden raw sienna hue. I have to make my own mixture now. So I don't want to burn it all on these items. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my brush here and I'm kind of mixing it. You don't have to go in there and scrape this shit out of it with the metal hitting the metal. You just got to kind of let the brush sort of mix it if you want to mix it in your cup. Alright, so sort of the same process on this. Like, I don't mind overspraying in certain areas, because I'm just going to kind of pull it all down later anyway. Honestly, I don't know if Jesse's having problems. I haven't talked to him in a while. The last couple times I contacted him, he was having trouble. But then I had my 2 months of hell, so I wasn't doing anything, so I'm not really sure. I should try and reach out this weekend or something. See if he's gotten anything in, or if he hasn't. You know, I have no clue. But the other thing of the hobby, I learned that Rob, who runs Jersey Fest, he's actually doing it again this year, but I'm not really sure if he's doing it again next year or somebody else is, but I know Jersey Fest is back again, so. Alright, we're going to mix a little bit of this maroon into the figure. It's a transparency maroon. Okay, so she's got like a red tint all around her. Yeah, for Jersey Fest, I'll probably end up on going on Saturday. That'll probably be it for today, the weekend. I gotta see how it is when it gets closer time. Alright, so this is the original color mixed in with some water. So we're gonna kind of make our lives a little easier on this one. Let's grab a turntable. So just kind of mix it all down. Not the best maneuvering of her, but it's a 1/6 scale. I like the 1/4 better. That's my sweet spot. Well, if they have something, you might as well go to it. Have some fun. So I'm not going to go crazy shading this one. I think this one, a little bit of this lighter shade is going to work fine. I kind of like that. It's fairly simple. I think once she's in the water too and get the outfit, she's come together on that one. So let's hit it with our dull coat, see how it kind of comes together if I need to do anything else. Yeah, so I'm gonna... sunny day on this one, so you figure she's outside. There's not as much shading all over her, but I do like where it's at right now, though. Alright, so while this is drying, let's do a leather on this. There's a couple ways of doing it. So where is my leather belt? This is the leather belt. I really like this leather. But I think we're going to do well, I need to have some, because I don't think I have any more. We're gonna try something else. So this is a scale color Indian shadow. So it's kind of like a reddish. Actually, you know what? That's too light. Alright, screw it. We're gonna do just raw umber on it. Just a dark umber, and then we're gonna lighten it up. So since this paint is thicker, throw some water in here. It's a little bit. It's 10% alcohol, 90% water. I use to thin down some of this stuff. All right, I think this might be too thin. Now I know she's over here behind me and I'm spraying, but I'm not spraying in this direction. I'm kind of spraying in this direction. And I'm not spraying like crazy. But if you're concerned about that, you can pull your items out. Now I would have done a red leather if I wasn't doing red and black on her, but this should work fine. Get this stuff out of the way. Got our trusty sponge. That's a good plan, Raccoon, because it does feel like she's on a diner, because these are like, you know, diner stools. So that's definitely something that'll work. I never even thought about a base for her. I just figured I just did it where this is solid and secure. You can put her anywhere. But a nice checkered floor is perfect. Could almost go as far as to build a little, you know, tabletop for her too. Or even a bar scene would be good too. Seems like she'd be chilling at a bar. Yep, it's kind of worn leather, what I was looking for. Yeah, that's true. I mean, if this was like a Holy Grail kit and I absolutely loved it, I would probably want to go that crazy and build like a nice, you know, you could probably go onto that CG Trader site. You might be able to find like a countertop there. You should look up that, Raccoon. It might be something you can just like print out and just put right behind her, you know? But this is just something I wanted to do for fun, so. Okay, so this dries up fairly fast, because I really didn't like heavy spray it, and kind of works out pretty well. So let me blow dry it real quick. kind of doing a little bit of a speed run on this. Not normally I would like do this and then I would put it aside and work on something else and let it dry for the night. But just kind of messing around. Now, because this is leather, I'm not going to try to flatten it down because like some of it's shiny and some of it's flat. And I think it works well for it. But if you wanted to, you could put like a varnish on there and kind of give it a satin look. It all depends on what you want to do. But what I want to do is give this an old looking metal. I mean, if you work with your paints enough, you'll know when you can put Silly Putty on and mask it and when you can't. Like, I know Silly Putty's not going to rip this up, but if I put tape on it, tape might rip it up because it's still not cured. But I know Silly Putty you can get away with doing it this way. Saran wrap will probably be a no-go too because Saran wrap might pull up the paint. It may feel dry to the touch, but you can still... You know, it's still not like, you know, like right here. You know, I could kind of like scrape it a little bit underneath there. If you're new to the hobby, you'll make mistakes. We all do. I still make mistakes to this day. So my key advice is never rush your items. Take your time. If you got only 1 or 2 hours a night to work on something, have 3 of them next to you if working on them. So you can mask this, paint this, put it aside, mask this, paint that, and keep going. Real quick, forgot to sand this little part down. Alright, let's move her aside for a bit. Okay, now for this one, let's have a... Make sure we have something to put this on. So I want this to look like a steel. So this is a AK Interactive steel. It goes on stuff pretty well, but I still wanted to kind of connect to this a little bit more. So the paint onto metal, you can prime it, but you could also hit it with the plastic adhesion promoter. So this stuff stinks a lot, so be careful if you spray this in the house. That'll help bond to the brass. I also want to pull out some, where's that bottle? Some Citadel Warlock Bronze. I want to open up the new bottle. I thought I had one open. I guess this is the one I had open. So this is a base Warlock Bronze. So it's kind of like a dark copper. So I kind of want to make this look like an old stool, not perfect. So let's grab our airbrush that we use for So this is my CS, HPCS. I use this pretty much for like my chromes and lacquers and stuff. This stuff is strong too, so be careful if you spray this heavy. Sorry about that. That damn camera wire is driving me nuts. I'll just do it at the bottom. Alright, so the steel is pretty good color. I like it. It's it goes on pretty well. But sometimes what you can do, and I've done this too in the past, you can use the AK Interactive Chrome. You'll see what happens when I kind of clear coat it too. So take some of the chrome, get this out of the airbrush. Give it a little bit of a shine, but still got that steel there. Alright. So, this is a Spaztec 90109. This is good for clear coating stuff. Now, this doesn't clear coat the steel and the chrome to a point where it's like, it's, you know, the best metal ever. It kind of reacts to it a bit, but then when it dries, it sort of looks cool. When the bottle is spraying correctly, though. Hopefully it's not too screwed up. So what I like to do is sort of kind of spray a light. It kind of reacts to it a bit. Kind of speckles it, but then if you kind of throw a little bit on, kind of starts looking cool, but it's still not metal. So let it dry just a little bit. So now I got Spaztec Mirror Chrome. Now I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to mirror it, but I want to make it look weird. So there is some bleeding here and there with the steel. It kind of goes away a little bit, but not completely. So let's see, I haven't used this bottle in a while. So just kind of spray far away and gives it a little bit of a sheen to it. And then come here with the blow dryer, see if we can clear it up faster. Alright, so we got a little bit of a shiny metal piece to the bottom, but it's not always going to be that perfectly new looking. So what we'll do is clean out our brush first so it doesn't clog. Alright, so let's put some water in here. Let's get some of this Warlock Bronze. I think it's still, yeah, it's still Warlock Bronze. Used to be called something else. Gotta mix it up though, because at the bottom's got all the copper look to it. So let's see if we can dirty this up a bit without ruining it. So I'll basically just kind of spray it and wipe it away, just kind of like make marks on it. So what we'll do is take it over here. Gotta kick this back on. So let's try a little brush work. Hey Tom, how's it going, man? I'm hanging in there. How's everything with you? It's been a while. Yeah, that's how it always is. You looking forward to Jersey Fest this year? Or are you going to Wonderfest? Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, I was shocked when I saw the post on Instagram. I was like, oh shit, he's bringing it back. Alright, pretty happy with that. It's got a kind of a shine to it, and it's a little bit worn. So, kind of where I want it to be. Because I used some of that Tester's dull coat, the Silly Putty melted, but it didn't destroy it. Just comes right up. So I want to just hit this edge a little bit. Yeah, trying to make an old chair for her. Should look pretty good when done. Raccoon gave a good idea about doing like a bar scene or something. Not going that far, but so if you wanna do more on here, that's good for a chair. It's the AK Interactive Steel. So it's a AK Interactive Steel coat. Then it's a little bit of the AK Interactive Chrome, Spaztec clear coat, and then Spaztec Chrome on top, lightly, and then a lot of washing to give it like a worn steel chair look type thing. The brush I gotta clean out. Wash my hands real quick. It's probably a little harder to see straight down, but maybe at an angle it's a little bit better. The chrome look in there a little bit with the AK Interactive gives it a little bit of a shine, but not, you know, without making it so shiny, bright in your eyes, which I try not to do too much. But the steel and all that mixture kind of works out pretty well. Like if she was to sit on it, kind of get an idea of the color difference. Of course, something fell out. Yeah, so you can see the skin tone mixed with it. Alright, so let's put this aside. Let's go over her real quick. Didn't want that to happen. Gotta clean the desk this week. Got a new one? Good, Raz. Which one are you doing now? So this is a blush. It's kind of she's got eyes. I'd have to see the color eyes. I forgot what they are. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that because she's going to be dipped in that clear resin anyway. So that's kind of more of the experiment with this one. It's not meant to be perfect, but so far looking pretty good. I'm happy with it. Alright, so I want to seal her up. So we're going to seal her up now. Now I'm going to seal her with the car paint because we're going to be dipping her in that clear resin. So I want to make sure that there's a candy shell on her, just in case. So we need our car paint and matte varnish, but for this one we're going to use matte and / satin on her. So let's get our brush ready. It's going to be a little bit heavier. So I'm going to mix half varnish, half satin. Let's kind of get the camera up first. Make sure it doesn't go out on me. going right out of the bottle with this. I'm not thinning it down. I don't want it to mess up the clear coat. Alright, so what I like to do is use a Duplicolor clear top coat. It's number T125. So, another chemical that don't spray in the house if you don't want to breathe this shit in. Make sure you have a booth. Just gonna spray her down. Now, I used to wait a little bit before I started doing my dull coat, but lately I've been testing doing it right away. So what happens is if you let her dry and then you do your dull coat, sometimes if you handle her, the dull coat comes off. But if you kind of do it right, like while it's tacky, the dull coat will stay on. So make sure you're spraying okay, and then now I'm getting a little bit of a dust back. That's because my filters need to be changed, but not the end of the world. And kind of just, if you need to, you can use a blow dryer. You don't have to heat it up to the point where it's baking, but just kind of tone it down a bit. Gotta leave the blower on because I still got those fumes. So I did sort of work on our base a little bit more, so I did sand the base down. So next step is once I figure out how whether I'm gonna keep this all white or if I'm going to paint it black. I think I'm gonna paint it all white, and then I'm gonna do like the texture of the blue and white for the pool, and then we'll build our wall. But the only problem is I gotta make sure we build this wall correct. So we'll do that one night when I'm ready to dip her in and build it. I'm gonna try to do this maybe within the next 2 weeks. I want to get that clear resin used up. So I'm gonna let her dry now. Kind of let her set up, and then we're gonna mask off the legs on the other kit. But let me get my airbrush clean now, because this varnish stuff will clog your brush fast. At least it does it to me. Alright, so we got this leg. Let's grab another block of wood. So it's been what has it been, maybe like an hour since I worked on this, we would say. So it's pretty dry to the touch. If you're concerned about your putty, so if you're using putty that's been reused before and you're concerned, always try to have fresher putty on hand just in case. If this was like a client's item and it was like, you know, being it's a commission, I probably would always use the cleaner putty on the item, because I want to make sure that I give them, you know, a nice good clean thing. This is kind of like a speed run, mess around type of kit, just to kind of get into the smaller stuff. So I save the clear stuff for the, you know, for the paying customers, I guess you can say. But we don't really have to go crazy with the masking either. It's just the upper body area. Oh, and another thing, my friend, I don't know what my friend, the whole detail, but he said, I guess over in China, they're shutting down for the COOF again. So if you guys need any supplies, I would go and get them now while you can. We might run into another dry spell in a month or two. So I think I'm going to order some more Aves sculpt, just in case. And also Aves prices went up again, I guess, so it's kind of better for me to order maybe 2 or 3 kits now. Alright, so we don't have to go crazy masking everything. Pretty simple, straightforward. Alright, so I'm going to take her, put her aside. Alright, hopefully the camera doesn't go off. Move this stuff out of the way. Now, whenever I did stockings or leggings or whatever you want to call them, pantyhose, I used to use the Garage Kids leather, and I don't have the leather anymore. And last time I talked to him, he didn't have it. So we're gonna have to come up with a different plan. And I think the Freak Flex transparencies might work. We're going to see, but I'm also going to use Transparency Payne's Gray. Maybe that will work too. So the way I like to do it is, we already did the skin tone, and there's already shades there. So if you do a light coloring on it, you start to like tone it down, and it would look like stockings or pantyhose. But pantyhose have like a sort of a sheen to them, you know? So what I like to do is, when it's done, do a misting of like metallic gold of pearlized auto air, water it down, and that kind of gives it like that silky sheen to it, so it's not just like a shade of darkness on her. So you'll see how this works. I just got my text message. My one pair of glasses are in at Lens Crafters, now I gotta wait for the other. I'll be able to see again. If you guys wear glasses, it's no offense to you, I'm getting older, so it's, I guess my parents at 45 needed glasses, and I need them now too. Alright, we're gonna use my airbrush here. So let's test this brown first. I want to see. Yeah, I think it'll work. Alright. Here goes nothing. So the idea is a nice even spread everywhere. Nice even spread. And you can start darkening up the areas where, you know, around the knees, underneath the leg, around the booty area. Alright, so we did a little bit of that one. So we want to make sure, we do this one as well. So like I said, even spread, try to keep both legs uniformed. You have to put both of them together. Alright, so that's kind of a good phase for right there. So I'm going to mix a little bit of the Payne's Gray into this. See if we get a little bit of a darker shade, and this is caked up pretty well. I love this transparency Payne's Gray, so this is something I gotta see if Jesse has some more of it. Alright, so this is a little bit darker. So let's a little bit further away. We don't want too much of that on there. So it depends on how dark you want to go. Do you want them like really dark? Do you want them like really light? Alright, so I think we won't go too much of the Payne's Gray. So we're going to take this color out. Hey Terrell. Yeah, you know what happened is the past few years it started getting harder and harder to read comic books. And then once I started getting these headgear stuff for working on statues, I started to realize I can't see like I used to, so oh well. That's what happens when you get older. That's my word of advice, guys, don't get old. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to hit some of these shade areas a little bit. Because you know when you have pantyhose on, females, and they bend their knees? So whenever the pantyhose is sort of not that stretched in areas, you always see it a lot darker. So that's kind of what you want to try to follow, but not overdo it. So like that little cut right there in the muscles, like this would be lighter and then this would be lighter and it would be like darker there type thing. So always make sure you got both of these. So this one likes to turn on me. So I think we're at a good position. So just to be on the safe side, what I do is kind of take the skin tone so it looks a little definitely darker. So I don't want to go too crazy. So the next step is we're going to leave the brown in there. We're going to use some water, and then we're going to get our gold in here. Alright, so it's got like a little bit of a brownish type of gold. Make sure my nozzle's a little clogged. Okay, so this we got to be careful not to go overboard, but and we had a little bit of a switch coming out of there. That's what I was hoping not to do, but that's okay. So I guess it's just a matter of blending it, you know, kind of layering it without trying to go crazy. Let some of that original skin show through. Make sure we got both of them going at the same time. Alright, so this brown is a little orangey. Like I said, I wish I had some of that Garage Kits leather, transparency leather. That stuff is amazing. So we're gonna have to sort of use this with maybe a drop of mahogany. Let's put a number. So let's do a drop of this, and then a little bit of water. See if we get a little bit of a darker color. Terrell, it depends. I mean, I'm getting people asking me to print up, you know, kits from Ownage. Some people want to know if I'll paint a 3D print. You know what it is? Honestly, I don't really see, like, traditional stuff going away. Maybe more people will take up the hobby and start painting on their own. Maybe other people will, you know, hire people. There's always going to be people who need repairs. It's just like anything else out there. You're always going to need a carpenter. You're always going to need a, you know, a plumber. You're going to need somebody who can, you know, do certain things. So, but I mean, if painters want to start painting, it might be a good time. I don't see why it wouldn't. Alright, so I think we're pretty good. I kind of like that. We got a nice little look going there. Let's kind of hit this area here a bit more. Alright, I think looking good. I'll have to look into Wicked. I haven't bought any paints in a while because I haven't been painting for a while, because of last year and this year. But if I start painting, I'll look into some Wicked. I don't even know if I could get certain colors anymore. It's been a while, so I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit more. All right, so we did the legs. Now, what I want to do with these though is I'm going to give it a coat of the car paint. I'm gonna have to darken in this part a little bit later, and then I want to do a satin on it because I want the satin to be a little bit shinier than the skin. Yeah, if I had the leather from Garage Kits, it would actually give it that really, like, you know, brownish look. But this is like a little bit lighter orange, but I think it'll work fine. What I'm going for. So let's do the car paint. That little bit of pearl into it gives it that shiny look, whereas if you just did regular paint, it doesn't give it that silky pantyhose look. So that little pearl goes a long way, and you don't have to overdo it too, unless you really want shinier ones. So if you want shinier ones, you can definitely go heavier. Oops. Hopefully I didn't screw that up. No, luck that on that. Okay. Gotta be a little bit more careful. Alright. So satin makes it shiny, but not, you know, flat. Hey Jacob, busy week, busy week. Getting a lot of sculpting done for paint work. So I got 2 Wonder Womans almost ready to go. Finishing up some Phoenix heads. What else am I getting done? Finished working on a repair for a friend of mine who likes to drop kick his statues all over the house. What else? Getting ready to start planning out the next batch of stuff to start working on. So I'm starting to move pretty good, which is I'm happy about. Hopefully no setbacks and I can just get this stuff done. Starting to plan out commissions with people this year that have been waiting. So hopefully I can start getting all that stuff lined up as well. Alright, so I don't want her rod to bend on me too much, so I'm going to put her on the base for now. Yeah, so she's that's gonna be the pool scene. So let's put her on the shelf. Stay there, you don't fall. Stay. Alright, what else do I got? I think we're kinda not gonna do the hair yet. I want to do the boots once I figure out the outfit. So I'm definitely not doing that yet. We could kind of work on the eye a little bit more real quick. the hell did I put the paint? Alright. Alright, let's see if we can do this without messing it up since it's so damn small. It's like Jessica Rabbit eyes, but way smaller almost. It's almost sculpted like Jessica Rabbit eyes, the way Sideshow did it. Sorry if I'm not getting the perfect angle for you guys. It just really, like I say, guys who paint small items that make it look amazing, more props to them, because I always find it a pain in the ass. Later, Tom. Just saw that message now. Getting in the zone. Let's get back to some of this gray. I guess I should do a heavy lipstick on her. She's not showing teeth, so that's a good thing. We'll go with a red lipstick. Yeah, might as well go with the brighter red. You know, I actually wish this kit was actually bigger. I think I would customize it if it was a 1/4 scale. It would have been a fun item to really mess with. If that's alright. Yeah. I think that looks good. That works. All right. So we got that done. Got a lot of little trinkets on her body to do. Got to figure out the outfit. Now I know her outfit. They did like kind of like it's kind of like a faded effect. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I might do something different. But I do like what they did. So what we'll do is we'll pop this off. We'll see what she looks like. And I think once the red and black are on there, she'll look pretty cool. Where's my chair? So that's kind of where we're at right now. Yeah, see, like they're a little bit lighter pantyhose, which is fine. I think that works good because it won't fight with the chair that much. But if I had that transparency from Garage Kits, it would probably be a little bit more on the darker shade side. But I think that works out pretty well. See, like, I don't know if you're catching in the light, but you see that pearl? That pearl sort of helps like get that sheen like a pantyhose do. So that's kind of what I like doing that. So I think that works out pretty well. We're getting there on her. I'm liking it so far. Alright, let's pop this back off so it doesn't fall. No, wait, this was the right one. Hey, Hangerbird, how's it going? Alright, so they're still a little tacky to my hand, but not that much, so it's good to kind of let this stuff not mess around with it anymore. So we're going to kind of put this stuff aside, let it dry up for another time. I'll try to save it for the streams. Kind of let that sit. Chair's looking good. My swimsuit girl is something I just might do here and there. Whenever I'm in the mood, but I want to get that get her going for the clear resin. Yeah, so let's let her sit. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit of a... You know what? This has got to go on the airbrush booths. The girl in the chair, no, I'm gonna put her up on eBay or something. Just something to do for fun. Mess around with on streams. If it was a 1/4 scale and I could customize it, then I'd probably keep it. I just got way too many personal items to keep all these little ones. So sadly, I gotta sell. But that's what I like doing. I like doing it on stream and stuff and then selling it off. So I can keep getting more items. Alright, so tomorrow I am going to try a Rumble stream again. I did test it this week. So I'm going to paint her up tomorrow on Rumble. So we're going to do a little bit of shilling for my Rumble site now. Let me get the... I gotta set up Rumble a little bit more. Yeah, so I'm going to show my Rumble site tomorrow. If you guys want to follow me, I'm going to do this on Rumble tomorrow. Because I want to play regular music, just to test it out. So this way I can actually be in the zone when painting this. Yeah, I was just testing it, Jacob. I wanted to see, I had to do a bunch of settings with OBS. I had to make sure that all the settings were correct. It's a little bit weird on Rumble. Like Rumble, you have to set up a new key every time, whereas for like YouTube and Picardo, you can just sort of just log in and it just goes. Yes, yeah, I'm not. See, I don't. Rumble still. They just changed their user interface today, so. Yeah, they also make you do a 10-minute thing, but or 60-second thing. So I gotta figure out how Rumble is. Do I like do a quick little video of this saying, hey, we're gonna be painting up this today, and then it goes into the stream. It's a little bit weird. It's a different setup than the other stuff. But I think I'm gonna try anywhere between 2 and 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Yeah, see, I gotta be careful with that, Jacob. I don't know if you're allowed to do that type of stuff, so I gotta be very careful. I just wanna, I'm gonna focus on the skin tomorrow, and I'm gonna do the face. I'm gonna try to get all that done. As far as her metal stuff, I gotta see if I'm gonna do the metal first or then the outfit. If I can get a lot of her face done tomorrow, yeah, see, it's kind of a catch-22. I don't want to rush this one. So I think tomorrow I'm just going to do the skin tone. It might only be an hour stream. It might be a 2-hour stream. I'm not really sure. It is Saturday, so I don't want to work too much during Saturday. But, yeah, so it'll be short. We're just going to do the skin tone tomorrow on Rumble. I just want to sit down, test Rumble, try to get people to start going there a little bit too as a backup source. We're going to work on her skin. Going to try to really make the chest area pop. We're going to try to get the face features to pop. And then after that, we'll plug away with her on another time. I still got to sand over here a little bit too, so. Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna do a Rumble stream tomorrow. I just want to try it, see how it's going, just in case. You know, I just want a backup plan. I want people to know that if I'm ever gone from YouTube, I'll be over there. Or if YouTube kicks everybody off someday and they only want late night TV shows on, you know, just a backup. But yeah, tomorrow, 2 or 3 o'clock, we'll see what happens. Sounds like a plan. So if you guys can go over there and sign up on Rumble, once I figure out Rumble a little bit more and I get the page set up and everything, it'll probably be better. It's gonna be a little while, but that's where I'm calling it for tonight. Appreciate you guys stopping by, and if you're around tomorrow, I'll see you on Rumble.